over to Ben Ezra.
Second, what a feed to Anthony, gets it to go.
At the free throw line. Splash. Oh!
Hello there and welcome to the Max Stern Athletic Center. We're getting set for the Red Sarachek Tier 2 Championship between the Ramaz Rams and the Ida Crown Aces. I'm Daniel Malone alongside the wonderful Asher Dower. Asher, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this matchup.
This is going to be a great one. Asher, let's get right into it. Let's start with Ramaz. They came into this tournament as the Yeshiva League champions, having defeated SAR. But ever since then, it's been a disappointment for them. They took a quick early exit out of Tier 1. What have you seen from them since then?
The key for them the entire season long has been Julius Rubenstein on the offensive end. That being said, you can expect Ida Crown, being coached by Jonathan Rich, to really be keying on him all game. So look for Ramaz to work the ball through their entire offense, getting Daba, getting Miller, and getting Shai Aminzadeh involved early on. Look for Julius to get his shot as the game progresses, as we saw him do yesterday against Frisch.
Definitely expect a lot out of these guys, and this is their last chance at redemption. Now for Ida Crown. They took a tough loss in their Tier 1 qualifier to Shalhevet, but since then they've actually played quite well here in Tier 2, and now here they are in the finals. What should we expect from them?
A key for Ida Crown today is going to be not playing up to the tempo of the Ramaz Rams. As I mentioned, they're an offensive powerhouse, these Ramaz Rams. That being said, that shouldn't overshadow their defensive prowess. They're very, very intense on the defensive end, and we saw in the first game that Ida Crown played, they got a little bit rattled. They got sped up by Shalhevet's defense, so you can't let that happen today if you're Ida Crown. You got to play at your own tempo and not let the intensity of Ramaz on the defensive end shake them up early on in this one.
That's going to be the key for them. When they play at their own pace, they can be hard to stop, and if they let Ramaz control the tempo, it's going to be a long day for them. Now, quickly, let's close. Who are the key players to watch today for the Aces and the Rams?
Starting with the Aces, Jonathan Ochner is going to be huge for them. We just saw him throwing down in warm-ups with ease. He's a tall, big man for these Aces, and it's going to be huge for Caleb Rosenfeld, who is the anchor for the Ramaz Rams in this one, to stop him defensively. As I mentioned before, for the Ramaz Rams, Julius Rubenstein is going to be the focal point for them. But that being said, look for them to work the ball through Sai, through Jeremy Miller, and through Daba if Ida Crown is very focused on Julius early on.
Lots of weapons to watch out for on both sides. This is going to be a tough Tier 2 championship. Fans, there you have it. That's our pregame show. You don't want to go anywhere. We have the Tier 2 championship coming right up after this. And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center for this Tier 2 championship between the Ramaz Rams and the Ida Crown Aces. Once again, I'm Daniel Malone alongside Asher Dower. We're just about ready to do the starting lineups, and we want you to know that they are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online, check out all the great events and opportunities we have for YU students. Rams and Aces fighting their way to this Tier 2 championship. Both of them took some tough Tier 1 exits, especially Ramaz, as we talked about in the pregame. They were the Yeshiva League champions. Fortunately, they lost to Magen David, a tough upset for them. Ida Crown, Asher, lost to your alma mater, Shalhevet, and that was a game that they were actually controlling for about the first half, and then Shalhevet just kind of took over and ran with it since.
Absolutely. Ida Crown got a little bit sped up in that one early on against the Firehawks. Have really played a lot better the past two games, making it all the way to this Tier 2 championship game. Look for them to play at their own pace this entire way, working the ball through Ochner, not getting sped up by the Ramaz defense.
That's right, and let's get into the starting lineups. For Ramaz, it looks like they will go with their usual 5, and it seems that they will have their big man, Caleb Rosenfeld, of course, the great Julius Rubenstein. They'll also have Saya Minzadeh, along with Jeremy Miller and Morris Daba. And for Ida Crown, they'll have their big man, Jonathan Ochner, who will have his hands full with Caleb Rosenfeld. They'll also have Matthew Schreiber, Yoni Arnett, Joey Cohn, the man who really does run the offense, and at number 23, Jonathan Thomas. And it looks like we are set, and Ramaz wins the tip-off. Miller feeds it to Daba. Here's Rubenstein. As we talked about him in the pregame, he can take over in a hurry. And they're going to say he stepped out. So, Ida Crown bring it back the other way.
Very good defense right there from Thomas, not letting Julius Rubenstein get to the basket so easily, forcing a turnover early on. That's what you want to see from Ida Crown to start this game.
Coach Rich spoke with us before the game, said it would all be about a team effort from everyone. And he said that overall he's been impressed with his team and said that everyone has really just put it all on the line for them, from the players who start, from the players who come off the bench. Aces will keep the ball. Ochner, quick jumper, doesn't fall. Rosenfeld grabs the rebound.
Great rebound right there from Rosenfeld. Look for him to be securing the boards all day long. This is the biggest challenge they've faced thus far in the tournament. Down low with Ochner, who's really been a force down there all tournament long.
That's right. Ochner and Roosevelt both listed at 6'6", so both big men going to have their hands full. Daba, the foul line jumper, doesn't go. But Rosenfeld grabs that board. Picks it back to Rubenstein. Rubenstein thought about it, passed on it, gives it back for Daba. He'll take it inside this time. Can't finish, and the rebound is secured by Joey Cohn. And by the way, quick note on Cohn. If you notice the little brace he's wearing on his left arm, believe it or not, he dislocated his shoulder 2 nights ago. Yes, dislocated. But yet he is still playing strong as he gets called from travel there. But Coach Rich said how he's so impressed with him, how he doesn't care if he has any ability to play he wants to. He wants to lead his team to victory.
A lot of heart shown by Yoni Cohn. You mentioned the dislocated shoulder. There's a reason why they've made it all the way this far to the Tier 2 championship game. And the heart that this team shows day in and day out is one of those factors. As you see the Ida Crown bench going crazy right now, happy with that miss right now, trying to push the issue on a fast break.
Arnett takes it inside. Oh, rejected. Rosenfeld swatting that ball out of here. And it looks like we're going to get a foul called.
And very nice transition defense right there by the Rams. Not giving up an easy one on the fast break. Unfortunately for them, not able to secure the defensive rebound. We'll see if Ida Crown can tally up the first couple points on the scoreboard here with 6:14 remaining in the first.
First free throw up and no good from Thomas. And he's able to connect on the second. Ida Crown takes the first lead.
Thomas, someone not very known for his skills on the offensive end. That being said, he's very tall, listed at 6'3". This entire Ida Crown team is very long. Look for them to continue to D up the entire game long, with Ramaz still having 0 points and another forced turnover there from Daba. Ramaz Rams look very out of sync on the offensive end early on.
Absolutely, and give credit to Ida Crown coming out strong here in the opening minutes. You know, a strong start is always key for them, and they started strong against Shellhavet. Eventually they lost that pace, but if they can keep up how they're playing right now, this is going to be a long day for Ramaz. Cohn kicks it back for Arnett. Now Arnett takes it in. The floater doesn't get it to go. Now Minzadeh grabs the loose ball. Miller has at the wing back to a Minzadeh. Now Rubenstein pops the three, in and out. Joey Cohn secures the loose ball.
Rubenstein unable to get that one to fall. That being said, a little bit too much space there given by Thomas. He will knock that one down if you continue to give him that much space. And a very nice box out by Rubenstein, having the ball get poked to Cy.
Shot of a no good there from Jeremy Miller. Maz off to a slow start, unable to connect, and they've had a lot of good looks.
Absolutely, that's not something we should expect all day long. If you don't respect their outside shot, they will not be missing all day. Expect Julius to get on track as he did yesterday. And a very nice take right there by the guard, Matthew Schreiber of Ida Crown.
Schreiber, a big part of this Ida Crown offense. Also, watch out for him from three. He can make it rain from outside. Minze with a nice crossover, gets inside, doesn't get it to go, but he got fouled. He'll head to the line for two.
And I love the aggressiveness right there by Aminzadeh. We've seen it countless times throughout this Yeshiva League season and continued into Sarachek. The defenses have really honed in on Rubenstein, forcing him to step outside of his comfort zone, not giving him wide open shots. And Aminzadeh has really done a great job of stepping in to that second role for these Ramaz Rams on offense. Played great in that Yeshiva League championship game against SAR, hitting the game-winning shot actually. Unfortunately, not able to get the first free throw to go here, but look for him to be a major key on the offensive end today.
Minze able to connect on the second. Ramaz finally on the board. Cohn swings for Arnett. Kind of cutting Schreiber back for Oakner. Oakner battling his way in, lays it up, can't get it to go. Putback is good. Nice hustle there from Oakner.
And that's exactly what Oakner's done all tournament long. Really forcing the issue, getting to the offensive glass. Rosenfeld has done a pretty good job on the defensive glass so far as Aminzadeh takes it to the basket for another two, cutting the lead to just 2 points.
So far it's been Aminzadeh for this Rams on the offensive end. Nice feed there from Kona. Oakner, turnaround jumper, doesn't get it to go. Miller grabs loose ball, and here comes Aminzadeh the other way, trying to lead the break. Aminzadeh, nice crossover there. And he'll stop and reset. Aminzadeh pops the three. Doesn't fall. Ball out of bounds. Ida Crown will take it back the other way.
Maybe a little bit of a heat check there from Aminzadeh. He really wanted that three ball. Not too much space there. Let's see what the Rams can do to respond on defense.
Cohn gets inside. Hit it to Thomas. Couldn't get it to go. And Maz with a chance to tie or take the lead now. Dalla brings it back the other way. Feeds Rubenstein. He'll pop the wing three. No good. Loose ball secured by Arnett. And Joey Cohn leads it now for Ida Crown. Arnett feeds it back for Cohn. Now Cohn faked it, and he'll take it inside. Lays it up at the left. Doesn't fall. Loose ball secured by Rubenstein.
Maybe a little flustered by that shoulder. Shot that with his left hand. You guys can see on the screen, he's got a huge brace across that left shoulder. As Daniel mentioned earlier, dislocated that shoulder 2 days ago. Already back in play with a very nice steal here by Schreiber. Taking it all the way to the basket. Not able to get the layup to go as Rubenstein takes it the other way.
Minze, he's been the man so far for Ramaz on the offensive end. Coach Ferguson talked about how he's just got 5 guys who can do just about everything. So far it's been a Minze, but don't count anyone else out just yet. And it looks like Ida Crown's going to get called for a reach.
Good defensive pressure right there by Ida Crown. Unfortunately for them, a little bit over aggressive, getting called for the reach. Only 2 fouls on Ida Crown early on. Look for them to continue the aggressiveness until they get into the bonus. As I say that,
Arnett called for the foul there. That's actually going to be our net second. He's going to get subbed out for number 25, Jacob Wortman. Miller has it, feeds it to Aminzada. Back for Rubenstein. He'll try the deep three. He connects. Give Rubenstein 3. And just like that, Ramaz now in front. And a timeout going to be taken from Ida Crown.
And a very nice shot right there from Rubenstein. He's gotten a few open looks. You cannot expect him to be missing those shots all day long. Missed his first 2 attempts from deep. Able to knock it home right there, putting them up 6-5. And look for him to continue getting to his shot, continue shooting all day, no matter whether they're falling or not early on in this one, as you can see already with 5 or 6 shot attempts in the first 7 minutes of this game.
That is right, and fans, we want you to know that NCSY Summer is the premier summer trip provider for Jewish teens across the world with over 20-plus programs spanning the U.S., Israel, and Europe. NCSY Summer has a program for you. Visit summer.ncsy.org to learn more and choose your summer experience today. So far in this one, Jacob, I don't think Asher. Confusing you and your brother, the great Jacob Dower, a staple of Max Live. But so far, I don't think we've really seen anyone controlling the pace of the game here. It's been very back and forth in this Tier 2 championship game.
Absolutely. And although it's only 6-5 right now, has not been so much sloppy play from both teams. It's really just been both teams maybe a little bit of jitters, not getting their shots to fall. They've been getting open looks. Look for the scoreboard to get pumped up a lot more as this game progresses, as Rubenstein takes it to the basket on the break.
Kicks back out, but it's intercepted by Schreiber. And here he comes the other way. Daba trying to play defense there, but he's going to get called for the reach.
Daba not happy with that call. Rubenstein also not happy with the call on the other end, pleading his case with the refs. Thought he got nudged a little bit, that forced him into the turnover. And here we have Ida Crown trying to regain the lead, down just 6-5 early on.
And Trevor hits the first, he's able to tie it. By the way, fans, we would like to thank Dougie's for being a proud Max Life sponsor for the best barbecue and grill in Teaneck. Make your way to Dougie's. Go to Dougie'sBBQ.com to order. The link is in the description of this video. And Schreiber hits a pair just like that. Ida Crown right back in front. Daba has it guarded aggressively by Schreiber. Now kicks it for Rubenstein. He passed on the 3.
A very nice closeout by Thomas, not letting Rubenstein fire another 3-ball up, as you know he can get going very quickly.
Daba trying to find a player, but he's going to get called for too many steps. Ida Crown will have possession.
Although Daba got called for travel right there, I like the idea, taking you to the basket. Unfortunately, took one too many steps, as here we have Mocha Joe Kaplan checking into the game for Ramaz. Should not be overlooked. Somebody who can really provide an extra spark for them off the bench. He's done that all season long.
And just one thing to note, Ramaz, going through their subs this early in the game is interesting, considering that they actually only have 7 players dressed today, so not many options really for who's to play. So watch out for any of their players who get into foul trouble. That will be a huge problem for them. So far, they've been able to control that. Just like that, Ida Crown with another turnover there. Bad passing again. Last few possessions for Ida Crown haven't looked as connected and as cohesive as they were playing earlier in this first quarter.
Absolutely. Maybe something that the Ramaz coach preached to them in the previous timeout, as Aminzada with a very nice pass to Rosenfeld, going to the line for 2. Oakner not happy with that call. Neither were the Ida Crown fans. And Rosenfeld will look to retake this lead with just 3.4 remaining in the quarter.
Rosenfeld and Oakner both listed at 6'6", so really 2 big men who match up really nicely against each other. And Rosenfeld was unable to connect on the first. I think one of the things going in, everyone thought that this will be an interesting battle seed down low, even though we haven't seen too much action from either big man thus far.
Absolutely. To strengthen your point, Oakner has really been a force in the offensive end for Ida Crown. Rosenfeld, not a huge force offensively, but he's really been the anchor for them defensively. So that'll be a good matchup the entire way as we now head to the end of the quarter.
That is right. We are tied. This is a championship game going back and forth. Fans, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. Tier 2 Championship Monday. Ramaz and Ida Crown both tied at 7. I think no one's been able to control this game so far. It's really been very back and forth, and the scoreboard is probably the best evidence of that.
Absolutely. A little bit of a slow start for both teams. As I mentioned before, not due to sloppy play, not so many turnovers early on, truthfully. Both teams getting some open looks, just haven't been able to get them to fall. We saw Simon today for these Ramaz Rams start them off very well. The couple buckets, got them in, got them flowing a little bit. We had Julius Rubenstein knocking down a nice 3-ball. For Ida Crown, they've really shared the ball well. Also not able to knock down so many shots early on, but do not expect that to continue, as Oakner can be a real force moving forward.
Well, for sure. Listen, and you know, there's still plenty of time in this game for both big men to get going. And as we mentioned, don't just focus on the big men, even though that's going to be a nice matchup to look out for. So many weapons on all these teams. Minzadeh inside. Let's put it up. And they're going to say that he took too many steps. Nice help there from Jacob Wortman.
Minzadeh not happy with that call. Getting back in the defensive end. Pressuring right now at the top. Ramaz in their typical man zone have Rosenfeld staying in the paint, not respecting Oakner's 3-ball at all right there. Let's see what they can do with this man.
Thomas looks, feeds it for Cohn. And back to Wortman. 10 on the shot clock. Cohn kicks it back. Oakner passed on the shot. Now he'll try the mid-range jumper. Can't hit. The rebound is secured by Kaplan. Back the other way to Minzadeh. He's going to get called for the jump, and he cannot believe it. 2 quick travels on Saya Minzadeh.
He's not happy with that one either. The ref telling him Minzadeh to tone it down a little bit. Don't want to get teed up here early. Don't want to give the other team any easy ones from the line. But these are Ramaz Rams, as I mentioned the last possession, playing this man defense. We had Julius Rubenstein leaving Jonathan Thomas, number 23, for Ida Crown, wide open behind the line. Let's see if he can maybe fire away, knock one down from there, make Julius respect him a little bit more. As a foul here called on the Ramaz Rams. Ida Crown will inbound under their own basket.
That foul's going to go on to Minzadeh. That's his second. The inbound goes to Thomas, right back for Schreiber. Schreiber takes it in, feeds to Thomas. Thomas faked the shot. Lucky, couldn't find anyone. Now gets it out. Schreiber feeds it down low. It's Thomas again. And he couldn't get that one to go, but Oakner grabs the ball. Oakner fit it inside. It's Wortman. Wortman, quick turnaround shot. Gets the friendly roll.
Very nice pass right there from Oakner, and a very nice shot by Wortman. Defender draped all over him, able to twist and turn in the air, get that shot to fall, putting them up 9-7.
Miller takes inside, floats it up, couldn't get it to go. Ida Crown with the rebound, and here comes Joey Cohn back the other way. Takes it inside strong, kicks it back. Wortman take the shot. Now he'll dribble it out, and Ida Crown will reset. Cohn calling the play. Gives it over to Schreiber. Schreiber takes it in against Miller, kicks it back out. It's Wortman, the jumper. He got it. And that's a 3. Give Jacob Wortman 3.
Very nice shot right there from Wortman. Haven't seen a ton of him this tournament, but if he can continue to force the issue on the offensive end, this is going to be something that Ramaz will definitely have to adjust to, as he has 5 quick points in the span of just about 30, 45 seconds. As they put the pressure on Miller, Ramaz seems to be a little bit out of sorts here, as Julius Rubenstein maybe bailed out right there. A reach-in call. That's already 5 on Idacrown. Just one more to give. That could potentially be an issue for them heading into halftime. Look for them to stay a little bit more modest as this quarter progresses. Something you can be sure Jonathan Rich will tell his team. Maybe lay off the aggressiveness, not give Ramaz any easy ones for the foul line.
Subs here, we have Daba checking back in for Ramaz, and Ariel Connors, number 24, checking in for Ida Crown. Miller, the jumper, doesn't fall, and Oakner grabs another rebound. So far, it's really been Oakner controlling the rebounds, at least on the defensive end.
Absolutely. The first couple plays, we saw Caleb Rosenfeld for these Rams securing a couple offensive ones. Oakner has really notched up the intensity as he takes a step-back jumper here.
Doesn't get it to fall, but nearly got his own rebound. And they're just going to say it's a jump ball. Good hustle there from Oakner, and Ida Crown will keep possession. In the battle of the big men so far, this has been Oakner's time to shine.
Absolutely. Been very good in this game's early going so far. Let's see if he can continue that as we close in on the halftime break.
We're taking it against the big man. Oh my gosh, how did he get that one to go over the much bigger Caleb Rosenfeld?
Just going right into the teeth of the defense, showing he is not scared to hang in the air amongst the trees down there in Caleb Rosenfeld, getting the ball right over his outstretched arms, and an off-ball foul all the way on the other side of the floor. This has been a constant battle between Rosenfeld and Oakner all game long, as you mentioned. Oakner picking up the foul there. That's already 6 on Ida Crown. One more will send Ramaz to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. As Oakner now checking out of the game, heads up substitution right there by Coach Jonathan Rich for these Ida Crown Aces. Let's see if Ramaz tries to force the issue now down low without their anchor and Oakner covering the paint.
Jonathan Thomas going to have his hands full against Caleb Rosenfeld, as Rubenstein unable to get that one to go, but he got fouled. He'll head to line for 2. A bit shaken up holding his right knee, but he seems okay.
A little over-aggressive right there by Wortman. The truth is that was good defense up until Rubenstein rose up for the shot right there. Forced him into a tough look. Maybe bailed him out, sending him to the line for 2. We know Julius Rubenstein, an excellent free throw shooter. Not trying to jinx him at all.
That connects on the verse there, so no jinx there.
And look for Ramaz to really try to force the issue down low, maybe try to get the ball to Rosenfeld, or if not, having Rubenstein and Aminzadeh attacking the basket with Oakner on the bench over there for the Aces.
And Rubenstein connects from the second. Quickly, fans, you should come to Como Pizza for some great pizza, pasta, salads, and even awesome breakfast options. We'll be streaming the games in the store, making it a great place to watch the games while you eat. Back the other way, it's Ida Crown. Number 20, Jonah Felix checking in for the Aces. It's Connors feeding back for Cohen. Cohen taking it aggressively inside, feeds it out. Shot up, no good from Felix. Ramaz will bring it back the other way.
Nice rebound right there from Rosenfeld. Probably a lot easier without Oakner riding his back down there for the offensive boards, as he's done all game long, picking up 2 early fouls here. Expect him to be sitting for the rest of this half as Miller slices through the defense, getting to the basket for an easy one. I mentioned it before, you can expect Ramaz to attack the basket as we close in on the halftime break. Something they'll probably continue to do.
Driver kicks it out for Cohen. Back over to Thomas, who gives it right back to Cone. Now it's Felix. Now Schreiber attacking the basket, rejected there by Rubenstein, and Miller comes away with the loose ball. Miller takes it in, floats it up, doesn't get it to go, but he got fouled.
Very nice take right there for Miller. We saw in that last play, went in for a nice layup, able to draw the foul here, going to the line for 2. Could be 4 quick ones for Miller, cutting the lead from 5 to just 1 here. Let's see if he's able to knock these 2 down with just 2:51 remaining in the second period.
And he connects on the first. Fans, we want you to stay tuned for the amazing Step It Up basketball camp halftime show, so make sure that you don't go anywhere when the quarter ends. Miller at the line for his second, and he got it. And just like that, Ida Crown now with a 1-point lead. It's been all Ramaz the last few minutes. Ida Crown had a stretch. They went up 5. Just like that, they're now up 1. And though overall, it's been a slow-paced game.
Absolutely. Only 27 total points on the scoreboard right now in this one. Expect both offenses to ramp it up a little bit in the second half.
Cone takes it inside and gets the great finish. Hey, he might have dislocated his shoulder 2 nights ago. He's playing like he's completely healthy.
Absolutely, shooting it with his right arm, the one that was not dislocated. Maybe affected by that shoulder, but able to get it through the outstretched arms of Caleb Rosenfeld, the big man for these Ramaz Rams. As they put heavy pressure on Julius Rubenstein. Ramaz coach calling a timeout there, trying to regroup with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Fans, if you want to receive Sarachek news and updates and get close game alerts, then join our WhatsApp group. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. You know, both coaches talked to us before the game. They said, really, it's going to be a team effort all around. And I think so far that's what we've seen. We don't think we could really point to any one player controlling the game for Ida Crown or for Ramaz. Everyone on the court, all 5 players, stepped up and really made this a game in itself. I wonder if later on we'll see maybe one player take over, but so far this has been a group effort for both teams.
Absolutely. For the Aces, we've seen Joey Cohen get to his spot, a nice finish on that last play. We've seen Oakner get to his spot, Wortman. And for these Ramaz Rams, we knew the guy to watch out for was going to be Julius Rubenstein. That being the case, the Aces have done a great job keying in on him, not letting him get too many open looks. Simon Zedeh has gotten some buckets to go. Jeremy Miller has done a great job these past couple plays getting to the teeth of the defense. And here, Ida Crown will pick up their 9th foul, sending Julius Rubenstein, an excellent free throw shooter, to the line, trying to narrow the deficit to just 1. The next foul for Ida Crown will be 2 free throws for the Ramaz Rams, as they'll be in the double bonus.
And worthy to note is that talking to Coach Ferguson before the game of Ramaz, you know, and I asked him, like, was he worried about foul trouble, considering he only has 7 players? Foul trouble would be a real killer for them. And interestingly, Ramaz with only 3 fouls total, so no problems for them. And it's actually been Ida Crown who's been running into the other foul trouble. 9 fouls here in this first half.
So ironically, maybe he took your advice, Ferguson, telling his defense to lay off defensively, as a very nice press break right there by Ida Crown, getting an easy layup. But that being said, responding to your last point, it's very possible that Coach Ferguson emphasized to his Ramaz Rams, with only 7 players on their roster for this one today, not to be overly aggressive. And an offensive foul here on Rubenstein. He does not like that call. Maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack foul right there. Very unhappy with this ref here.
Right on cue. We were just talking about how Ramaz has done a good job staying out of foul trouble. And we have 1 minute and 20 to go until halftime. Ida Crown leading by 3. Cone takes it in, kicks it out, and they're going to say it's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul there on Ida Crown. I mentioned before, one more foul, sending them sending Ramaz Rams to the free throw line for the double bonus. Should have added the caveat that rule does not apply to offensive fouls. As you see, Jeremy Miller taking the ball up the court, guarded very tightly.
It's 3 balls up and no good for Rubenstein. And less than a minute to go until halftime. Ida Crown leading by 3. This has been a back and forth game. Cohn feeds it for Schreiber. Schreiber now taking it in against the big man. Whoa, that would have been a sweet finish. The loose ball is controlled by Miller. Minzadeh looks to push. He'll slow it down.
And although not able to get the shot to fall right there, as a very nice move by Daba. But on that last possession, although Schreiber was not able to get that layup to fall for Ida Crown, I really like the idea of him taking to the basket there as they just went 2 for 1, forcing Ramaz to take a shot right there, allowing Ida Crown to get one more possession. Let's see what they can do with it. Only up 1 right now, as Shia Minzadeh ramping up the defensive pressure on Ida Crown and forcing a turnover to Miller.
And here he comes, Miller in the clear, lays it up, lays it in at the buzzer, and just like that, Ramaz is going to go into halftime up by 1. They have battled back, they have taken the lead. They have to like the momentum that they have going into halftime. And as I mentioned, fans, do not go anywhere. Stay tuned for the Step It Up Basketball Halftime Show. Before we go, our sign reporter, Kiva Earlbaum, is standing by with Coach Ferguson of Ramaz. Kiva, take it away.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Coach, we're back right where we started. I remember my first ever halftime interview came with you at halftime at that championship Sunday game where you guys pulled off the improbable and went out to beat the SAR Sting. Talk about those big game situations, those championships that your team has seen recently, and talk about how you guys prepare for these games.
Oh yeah, I mean it pays huge dividends. Being in those situations, those pressure moments, you know, when you're down points, being able to claw back and fight. And you know what? This game here is kind of like the same. It's a very low-scoring game once again, and both teams are scrapping to get points. You know, credit to them; they're doing a great job pounding the ball inside with their big and whatnot. And we just got to continue to plug away.
Absolutely, Coach. One more question. Obviously, Julius Rubenstein not really getting into his groove that much early. We saw 1 3-point shot. The other day we saw a similar story as he didn't really get it going early against Frisch, but he's made for the fourth quarter. But how can you guys get to incorporate Julius a little bit more into your offense and getting going earlier?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We do have to get him going more. Part of it is on me, because I'm calling sets based on what I'm seeing they're doing. So I guess it's on me because I'm letting them dictate what we're doing, and I have to switch back and we need to dictate what they do. So in that goes to getting Julius shots that he can make and get him going, and then second half should be much different.
All right, wise words from the coach. Thank you so much for being with us today. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you so much, appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Akiva. You just heard from Coach Scott Ferguson of Ramaz, liking what he sees with his team going into the halftime break up by 1. Fans, as I said, we have the Step It Up Basketball Camp halftime show, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Step It Up is not your typical basketball camp. We produce unbelievable results. You will get better here. You will get better as a person. You will get better as a player. That's the Step It Up way.
I was in 9th grade, someone told me to give up on ball. He told me, basketball will only take you so far in life. You're not going to make it to the NBA, he said. What he was missing is that making it to the NBA isn't the only reason why we play. The game of basketball leaves you with so much more than just the game itself. The life lessons and friendships that are made while playing the game will outlive the game and can last a lifetime.
And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. Once again, I'm Daniel Malone alongside Asher Dower. Tier 2 Championship Monday, Ramaz leading Ida Crown by 1. This is the Step It Up Basketball Camp halftime show. We've got big news. We are excited to announce that Camp Step It Up is moving to Hobart College in Geneva, New York for summer 2022. Camp will start on June 22nd and end on August 3rd. Hobart is located just 4.5 hours north of New York City, and busing will be offered to camp from NYC and TNAC every week. Camp is open to all boys and girls grades 3 through 12 with 1 to 6 week options available. Gorgeous campus facilities include air-conditioned rooms, indoor basketball courts, a weight room, a lakefront and beachfront on and near campus, lounges, and more. For more information, email office@campstepitup.com or visit timetostepitup.com. All right. Even though it was a slow-paced first half, Asher, you definitely could say there was a lot going on. Ida Crown started out strong. Ramaz started out very slow, but eventually picked up the pace, and that is why they lead 1 coming into halftime.
Absolutely. Maybe a little too reliant with the Ramaz Rams on Julius Rubenstein's outside shooting early on, settling for maybe too many outside looks. That being said, it's no easy task getting it into the teeth of the defense against these Ida Crown aces, with the beast, Jonathan Oakner, the anchor of this Aces defense, standing in the middle at all times. No surprise then that as Oakner subbed out towards the end of that second quarter, picking up his second foul, the Ramaz Rams really ramped up the pressure, taking it to the basket. I like what I saw from Miller, picking up 6 points in just the last few minutes of the quarter, getting to the basket more. Let's see if they can continue to do that, even with Oakner back in the ball game here in the second half.
That is right. And listen, we talked about Rubenstein. Listen, he has been the man for this Ramaz team throughout Yeshiva League and really throughout the Sarachek tournament. He's off to a slow start. He's currently 1 for 2 from 3. Most of his points have come Off free throws, he hasn't really been able to get inside. Only a slow start for him, but hopefully he'll pick it up because that's been the case for him as well. He did start slow the other night against Frisch, but then in the fourth he got hot and led his team to victory.
Absolutely, but that's exactly why it's so key for these Ramaz Rams to have guys like Sai Aminzadeh, to have guys like Jeremy Miller and Mo Daba step in and really fill the scoring role when Julius is having trouble getting hot. That's a constant theme we've seen with these Rams the entire season, is when Julius starts out slowly, having the other guys fill in on the offensive end, then letting the game come to Julius naturally. He's really been a second half threat this entire season.
Absolutely, and for Ida Crown right now, it's Matthew Schreiber carrying them. He's leading them actually with 4 points. Overall, it's been a team effort. They have several different scorers. They haven't gone from outside a lot. And on that, actually, we are going to go to our sideline reporter, Akiva Erbaum, who's standing by with Ida Crown head coach Jonathan Rich. Akiva, take it away.
Thank you, Daniel. And Coach, your team always managing to make a lot of waves in this Sarachek tournament, finding themselves in these intense situations. Talk a little bit about the culture that you have built in this program, the fight and the resolve that they have showed, and how this current team looks to carry the torch.
Yeah, I appreciate those comments. That's exactly our perspective. It's all about culture. It's all about heart. It's never about one individual. You know, it's a privilege for me to simply be in the locker room with those guys. They have a lot of heart. This has been a tough stretch. 5 games in 5 days for anybody. We didn't play great ball in that first half, but I believe in every single one of these guys. I think they're going to lay it all on the line in the second half.
Couldn't agree more, Coach. One more quick question. Obviously, you've done a good job at containing the Ramaz offense. Fairly low-scoring contest so far, but they're known as a dominant team in that fourth quarter. How do you look to contain them until that final buzzer sounds?
I think we're just going to keep playing at one possession. We have to try to win every single possession and not look at it as anything more than that. If we win every possession, I mean, I think that's a good sign.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. We're going to send it back up to the booth.
Thank you very much, Akiva. Listen, that's been the theme of Jonathan Oakner being consistent throughout. It's all about going to be really a team effort on both ends. So right now they only trail by 1. They started out strong. Let's see if they can maybe reignite that spark that they had coming in to the game early, as we are underway here in the second half, as we have a foul away from the ball.
We saw Ida Crown get in foul trouble early on, sending Ramaz to the free throw line a few times towards the end of that half. Maybe a little bit of an early one, just 11 seconds into this quarter, picking up a quick foul.
Yeah, I wonder if Coach Rich had any words for his team there. As, oh my gosh, Joey Cohn grabbing that left arm, which he dislocated. Hope he's all right. Otherwise, as we were saying, Ida Crown, a lot of foul trouble in the first half, and they get a quick one early. And I wonder if Coach Rich had anything to say about that, because, you know, sending your team to the double bonus in the first half when it's a close game, it's really not something you should expect, and not something that any team should really, you know, be proud of. So I will like to see them, you know, still play aggressive defense, but not run into foul trouble. There's no reason to. It's a close game. There's no reason for them to, for them to get overly aggressive here, especially with their just down 1 early in the third. Still plenty of time left in this game.
Absolutely. Very good point that you just pointed out right there, that being aggressive defensively and being disciplined are not mutually exclusive. It's very, very important for these Ida Crown Aces to not take their foot off the gas pedal on the defensive end. That being said, not reach in, as we saw right there early on. Already 1 foul just 16 seconds into this quarter. Don't want to send the Ramaz Rams to the free throw line in this fourth, as we have an early substitution. This is Adam Schwartz checking into the game for the Aces, just his first time seeing the floor so far in this one.
And nice cut there from Miller, and he got fouled. 2 quick fouls on Ida Crown here just to start the third, so that foul trouble carrying on to the second half.
That foul right there was on Schwartz. Almost thought that one was called on Oakner. Would have been his third. Would have really been trouble for the Aces had Oakner picked up his third foul. A huge key for the Ida Crown Aces on both ends of the floor.
As Rubenstein drains it from downtown, Ramaz now up 4. And listen, we talked about Rubenstein getting hot later in the game. Maybe that was the spark he needed.
Absolutely. A great inbound play right there. Was able to get the switch as now a travel called on Schwartz. But a great screen right there by Rosenfeld. Getting the switch for Rubenstein. Guarded by Oakner as Ida Crown now calls a timeout. Trying to regroup. A quick 3-ball right there from Ramaz. Let's see how Ida Crown responds.
A slow start for Ida Crown coming into the second half. As Ramaz takes a quick 4-point lead. Fans, of course, all Sarachek games which are played at Yeshiva University will be broadcast on Max Live and Max Live YouTube channel. Subscribe to Max Live on YouTube and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single Sarachek broadcast. Now give credit to Ramaz. They seem to have adjusted everything from their slow first half start, and you see them really picking up on the defensive end. They've been quite intense. Ida Crown having to fight for every look they get. And on the offensive end, they've gotten good looks. And as we talked about, they might not have been falling early, but the more you get those good looks, eventually they will go in. So for them, they've picked up the pace, and that's why they lead by 4.
Absolutely. And this game has really been a chess match between both of these coaches, in Ferguson for the Rams and Jonathan Rich for the Aces. Something that Ferguson really preached at halftime when we had Akiva Erbaum interview him, is pointing out that the Aces really dictated the pace of play for most of the first half, something the Rams are going to try to emphasize here in the second half. Not forcing the issue, but really dictating the pace of play, really dictating how the game is played.
And for Ida Crown, it was not playing on their Ida Crown was not playing on their opponent's terms, and so far that's been the case, as the ref seems to not be pleased with the DRS crowd, thinking they are being too loud, and he actually just confiscated a bullhorn and handing it to the scorer's table. Refs not tolerating any nonsense today.
No, they are not. We know some huge matchups today. The Tier 2 championship, the DRS crowd already in the stands at the beginning of the second half. Ready for that Tier 1 finals matchup between DRS and Valley Torah. As you mentioned yesterday, the two alma maters of Ryan Terrell and Gabe Leifer, the stars of the YU Max this year. That'll be a good one in store after this one finishes.
That's right. I know it's going to be a great game. Rubenstein takes it baseline, kicks it out. Aminzadeh for 3. No good. And Oakner snatches that loose ball and feeds it to Arnett. Arnett will wait instead of running the break.
Haven't seen much of Arnett so far in this one. Had 23 points in their semifinals matchup against Barron. Look for him to get his shot going here in the second half.
Coach Rich, very impressed with Arnett, told us that he's a guy who shows you that if you work hard, you will get better. And overall, been impressed with him in this tournament, a man who fights for everything. Back the other way, it's Miller. Migler kicks it to Daba in the corner. Daba trapped, double team now. And Coach Ferguson going to take a timeout. Not happy with Daba getting trapped in the corner like that, nearly causing a turnover.
Very nice defense right there, forcing the timeout for these Ramaz Rams. We'll see what Ferguson can draw for his team in this one, with just 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. The Ramaz Rams up 4.
And fans, by the way, we would like to thank Chopsticks for being a proud Max Life sponsor. For the best Chinese food in Teaneck, you've got to go to Chopsticks. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. Link is in the description of this video. Interesting start to the half for both teams. We haven't seen too much action other than that 3-ball from Rubenstein. And it's been a slow-paced game, but I think for the most part we would agree it's been Ramaz controlling the pace. And Ida Crown is going to have to play on their terms, but as we talked about in the pregame, Ida Crown, if they're going to play on Ramaz's terms, it's going to be a long day for them. And they cause the turnover as Arnett brings it back. Shriver has the top guarded aggressively by Aminzadeh. Wortman nearly lost it. Nice defense from Daba.
Very nice defensive intensity here from the Rams. Let's see if they can keep that up as Aminzadeh pressuring the ball heavily.
Shot clock winding down. Ida Crown's going to have to put this up. Wortman, again, aggressively defended by Daba. A little too aggressive there, as that is going to be, I believe, Daba's second. Yes.
And Daba not happy with that call right there. As that should have been a backcourt violation right there. The ref
letting it go.
Ramaz faithful sitting courtside, including Kenny Rubenstein, Julius Rubenstein's dad, not happy with that call. Not sure why I keep saying helpy instead of happy.
Could be something to do with a certain song. Is that right, Asher?
Definitely could be.
Anyhow, another quick foul. And this time Wortman makes sure to plant both his feet behind the half-court line, knowing he probably got away with one there. And now he pops the three and drains it. And just like that, Ida Crown back within one. Wortman nailing the shot from downtown.
Stepping into that one with a lot of confidence and demanding Daba put some respect on his name. Not pressuring him so far outside the three-point line, saying, if you're not going to guard me, I'll take this shot all day. And here we have Ida Crown in a 1-3-1 zone, pressuring all around the horn. Ramaz, good job breaking it, and Aminzadeh goes down, grabbing that shoulder. Don't want to speculate. Hoping he'll be okay.
And the ref looks like he's going to tee up Rubenstein. We said the refs today have not been tolerating anything, and actually the ref before did warn Rubenstein and Aminzadeh to cool it and stop talking. So Aminzadeh, by the way, getting up. So it looks like he's okay, holding his shoulder, a bit shaken up, but it seems that he's all right. Overall, we have a stoppage in play now. Listen, these refs understand the tempo of this game. It's a championship game. Both teams very intense here. Both teams with a lot riding on their shoulders. This is, for many players, their last time playing in high school. It's the last time playing with their friends. So they recognize that there's going to be a lot of emotions flying. That being said, they are not tolerating anything. And they're going to demand respect, and that, everyone respect the calls, even if you might not like them.
Certainly, we've seen a lot of technicals called so far in this tournament. Not sure what was said there by Rubenstein. The ref did not appreciate it, however. And Ida Crown will now go to the line for 2 free throws while retaining possession, trying to give them the first lead of this second half. The refs will now speak with both coaches of the Aces and the Ramaz Rams, maybe telling them to give off a message to their players to tone it down a little bit. Although you mentioned there's going to be a lot of emotion in this Tier 2 championship matchup, the refs will not tolerate any explicit language, anything overly aggressive said by any of these players. And we'll see if Ida Crown is able to knock down these 2 free throws to hopefully give them the first lead of the second half.
Overall, Ramaz gone off to a hot start to start the third, but it seems that Ida Crown has been able to hold Ramaz on the defensive end. And then with a quick three from Wortman, they're back in this, and it looks like the refs want to get things started.
And basketball is a game of runs.
Ref informing us that there was a double technical, one on Rubenstein, and an Ida Crown, a technical foul was called on Wortman, thus canceling out, so that is why you don't see any shots. Miller gets inside, can't get it to go, and they're going to say it was an over-the-top foul on Rosenfeld.
I believe it was a shot clock violation.
Actually, yes, that is right. Ref tapping his head, that means shot clock violation.
And possibly this 1-3-1 zone that Ida Crown just switched into last possession, getting the Ramaz Rams offense a little bit flustered, not getting a great shot opportunity on that one as Oakner.
Wow, the big man nailing it from outside. And listen, you talked about how he would shoot the three eventually, make Rosenfeld commit to him on the outside, give him the respect he deserves. That just might be the moment Rosenfeld says, I can't leave him open from behind the arc.
The Ramaz Rams swinging it around the paint.
Rubenstein, the response doesn't go, and the rebound's controlled by Schreiber.
And this 1-3-1 zone by Ida Crown really taking the Rams offense out of their comfort zone, maybe forcing some outside shots as a foul outside the perimeter here. That's the fourth on the Rams. You mentioned earlier, these Ramaz Rams only have 7 players on their roster, and this one don't want to get anyone in foul trouble. We'll see if that's something that comes to fruition towards the end of this game.
That's so good, and Rubenstein controls loose ball. And Minzadeh brings it back for the Rams. Kicks it to Daba. Daba, deep three, no good. And Oakner controls the ball. You know, we talked about Ida Crown playing a 1-3-1 zone, and actually Coach Ferguson told us before the game that Ida Crown, coming from the Midwest outside of the Yeshiva League, plays a bit unconventional ball. You know, most teams in Yeshiva League play just a straight man. And Ida Crown playing a 1-3-1. It's an unconventional type of defense compared to what Yeshiva League teams are familiar with.
Absolutely. And here we have the Ramaz Rams called for another block on the perimeter. That's already 5 on them. Still here in this third quarter as the clock kept running there after the whistle. The ref will go sort this out at the scorer's table. But the Ramaz Rams really need to be careful not getting anyone into foul trouble. Already 5 on them. Don't want to send Ida Crown to the line so far early on. As here we see Joey Cohen walking out of the locker room. The fans clapping for him. He's got that arm wrapped up. Appears to be checked out for the rest of this game. Let's hope that Joey Cohen over there for Ida Crown is okay. Their starting point guard, as Julius Rubenstein shows a little bit of sportsmanship, walking over to the Aces bench, giving Cohen a high five. You mentioned earlier, Daniel, he dislocated his shoulder just a couple days ago. Already playing in this game again, unfortunately, seemed to have re-aggravated that shoulder. Don't think he'll be coming back from that one as his arm is wrapped up. But we pray that he should be okay.
Absolutely. By the way, just quickly, I want to give a shout out to the 9th grade Talmud class at Ramaz. Guys, if you're watching, best of luck to you guys and your team today. Refs holding the ball here, not quite sure what is going on unless they're just waiting for the fans to pass. And it looks like they're also fixing the clock. And it seems they have added more time, and ref signals for play to resume. It'll be Ida Crown ball. They have 2:57 left in the third. Just a 2-point lead for them. Overall, been a slow-paced game. It's really been a battle of defense. Schreiber calling a play now. Now takes it in. And they're going to say he traveled too many steps, with maybe looking for a bailout foul call, but ref's not giving it to him.
Schreiber not happy with that call. Unfortunately for him, gets called for the travel. And Ida Crown still set up in this 1-3-1 zone. The Ramaz Rams still look a little bit out of sync right now, trying to get to their spots. They have Joe Kaplan running the baseline here.
Rubenstein deep, 3. Oh, he almost hit it, but that goes in and out. 1-3-1 seems to be giving this Ramaz Rams team a bit of trouble. It's an unconventional defense compared to what Yeshiva League teams are used to. Still plenty of time for them to figure out how to break it.
Certainly, and although Rubenstein can knock down the deep ball, that was a very deep one. A few feet outside of the three-point line, the college three-point line, I should mention. Maybe around 26, 27 feet was that three ball over there. Not able to get it to fall as the Aces now get called for an offensive foul. A lot of fouls here early on from both teams. Let's see if the coaches tell them to lower the aggressiveness moving forward. Don't want to get into foul trouble in the fourth quarter. Don't want to give the other team any easy free throws.
Taba has the wing, takes it in, kicks it. Kaplan in the wing. Rubenstein faked that three, now takes it in, floats it up, doesn't get it to fall. And Ida Crown secures the rebound. Outlet pass to Arnett, he's got it. He'll slow down and wait for players. Wortman is going to get called for the travel. Took those steps before putting the ball on the ground, a little too eager. He got another bucket.
Good transition defense right there from these Rams. Not giving Ida Crown any easy points. And they still have had no response to this 1-3-1 zone by Ida Crown. Let's see what they can do here.
Taba feeds it inside, feeds to Rubenstein. Looks taken in, kicks down low to Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld working down low, puts it up, and gets it to go. The big man getting in on the action, and this game is tied.
Very nice pass right there from Rubenstein. And I like what Ramaz did right there, getting the ball into the teeth of this 1-3-1 zone. Freed up Rosenfeld for the open layup right there. Could have been called for an M1, but good job on his part, tying the game at 24 as the Rams get another stop. Let's see if they can take the lead here. 2-for-1 opportunity right here.
Oh, look, defense there. Here comes Schreiber. He's in the clear. He'll lay it in. And just like that, Ida Crown is back in front.
As I mentioned, the 2-for-1 opportunity for the Rams. Schreiber jumping the passing lane and getting a layup. Just went 2-for-1 for Ida Crown, as they will now have another chance to score once again after Ramaz takes this offensive possession.
Daba feeds it to Rubenstein. Down low, Rosenfeld again lays it up. Oh, he couldn't get that one to fall. This time he will get the foul call.
A little bit of a late call right there. Rubenstein not happy with his big man, not able to get that one to fall. But a great look right there from Rubenstein. Really reading this 1-3-1 defense. We mentioned it. Was not able to get anything to go offensively right when Ida Crown switched into the zone. But the last couple possessions, good looks from Rubenstein, forcing the issue down low to their big man.
Rosenfeld is able to connect on the first. And we talked a lot about Step It Up Basketball. We hope you enjoyed the Step It Up Basketball Camp halftime show. Did you know that there are no less than 50 Step It Up campers who compete in Sarachek each year? That is including Sarachek champions and Sarachek MVPs. So keep an eye on this game. I'm not aware if any of these players have done Camp Step It Up, but Camp Step It Up is a place where they produce legends. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ida Crown will likely hold for one. Wortman gives it to Arnett. Arnett pops the short jumper. Doesn't get it to go. Rebounded there by Thomas, and that will end the third quarter. No foul call. Looks like he wanted one, but he doesn't get it. That'll do it. Ida Crown will head into the fourth quarter up by one. This is a close Tier 2 championship game, fans. Do not go anywhere. You don't want to miss any action. And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletics Center. This has been one quite intense Tier 2 championship game between Ida Crown and Ramaz. Ida Crown comes into the fourth, up by one, and the stage is set for the fourth quarter of a lifetime. Both teams playing for all the glory for Ramaz. This is redemption for them. They won the Yeshiva League, then took an early first-round Tier 1 qualifying exit.
Absolutely. The Yeshiva League championship game, a shocker comeback win over the SAR Sting, who actually went down yesterday to DRS. But we really expected Ramaz to be competing for this Tier 1 title. Unfortunately, went down in the first round to Magen David, who then lost to this other Tier 1 championship team, the Valley Torah Wolfpack. And Ramaz has really played well so far in this game. Have adjusted to Ida Crown's 1-3-1 zone, which they switched into there in that third quarter. Right when the Aces switched into that 1-3-1, Ramaz really had no answer. And I'm just noticing right now, we have not seen a lot of Sia Minzadeh in that third quarter. May have been subbed out early. Could have been in foul trouble. We'll get updated on that, how many fouls he has. But look for him to get his shot going here in the fourth. As now an offensive foul called on the Aces. Going down the other way. Let's see if Ramaz can regain this lead.
That's going to be the third for Thomas. Both teams with 5 fouls here in the second half. And just as you mentioned, talk about Sia Minzadeh, right? He went down at one point in the third. We haven't seen him since then, but he just checked back in. So it looks like he's all right. He was the one who got these Rams off to their start. So let's see if he can maybe get that spark back as the ball's nearly taken away, but Rosenfeld retrieves. And this time, Wortman grabs that ball away from Rosenfeld.
And that 1-3-1 zone really working well for Ida Crown. Ramaz getting a little bit flustered on the offensive end. Forcing a turnover right there. And good straight-up defense by Rubenstein. Forcing a miss right there by Wortman.
All right, it's a Minzadeh. He feeds to Rubenstein in the corner. He'll pop the three. Well, he doesn't get it to go. Rosenfeld, the big man, controlling the rebound on the other right now. Miller tries it. Doesn't get it to go. And Schreiber aggressively grabs that loose ball. And he's trying to run it back the other way. Feeds it to Arnett. Arnett kicks it back for Schreiber.
Although Miller not able to get that three ball to fall, a good offensive rebound by Rosenfeld. This 1-3-1 defense, while it's been working for these Ida Crown Aces, it can leave you vulnerable to offensive rebounds for the other team. Fell victim of that right there as Rosenfeld was able to secure the offensive rebound.
Schreiber takes it in. He's trying to get the foul, but nothing doing. On the other end, it's Rubenstein. He takes it inside. Nice defense there, and he is going to get called for the travel. Great help defense there by Wortman and Schreiber.
Very good transition defense. Not letting Julius Rubenstein get anything going too early on in this fourth quarter. Really have done a good job containing him the entire way. Not letting him get too hot. He's knocked down a couple big shots, but has really not been the exact same player we've seen him be when he's playing at his best, as we saw yesterday against Frisch.
Nice fadeaway jumper there from John Oakner, and Ida Crown now up by 3.
Very nice turnaround right there as Ida Crown gets back into this 1-3-1 zone.
Minzadeh takes it inside, floats it up, and gets the response.
And a very nice play right there from Minzadeh, forcing the issue, getting it to the middle of this 1-3-1 zone. That's the way you break it. Stretch out the defense, and don't keep the ball outside the perimeter the entire possession. Don't force any long-range three balls. Sia Minzadeh really reading the defense well, getting to the high post, getting the ball, going right to the basket. We saw them getting the ball down low to Rosenfeld. Look for them to continue doing that in order to break this 1-3-1 zone.
Wortman, the nice stop and pop jumper. And Ida Crown back up by 3. We're going back and forth now here, a little into the fourth quarter.
Nice aggressiveness there from Wortman, going right at Julius Rubenstein of the Ramaz Rams, able to knock down that shot right in his face.
Minzadeh, the floater, doesn't get it to go, but he got fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 shots.
And a nice pass right there from Rubenstein. Nice cut by Sia Minzadeh, that is. And this past couple possessions, Ramaz has done a good job of reading its 1-3-1 defense. Able to break it finally for the first couple times.
Minzadeh gets the friendly roll on the first. For behind-the-scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, fans, be sure to follow at Max Live on Instagram and Twitter. Once again, that's at Max Live on Instagram and on Twitter. You talk about championship games being intense and being close. I didn't think that we'd just simply be going back between 3, 2, and 1-point leads just about the whole game, with a few exceptions. At one point, Ramaz up 5. At one point, Ida Crown up 5. But overall, this has been a very back-and-forth game, and both teams laying it out on the line, just giving it everything they've got.
Very close game the entire way, as you just
feeds it to Minzadeh. He passed on the 3. Looks like Ramaz will reset. Rubenstein, deep three. Oh my goodness, he hit that one from out of this world, and Ramaz is back in front. Timeout, Ida Crown.
A very nice shot right there from Rubenstein. Has been a little cold in the early goings of all of these games so far in the Sarachek tournament. We saw it as well in the Yeshiva League Championship game. That being the case, he's always great in the second half. Proved it to be true yesterday, proving it to be true once again in this one. Heating up when the game really matters, knocking down the three ball to put them up 2 points. And that's very clutch shot right there from Rubenstein.
Okay, just to give you a sense of how deep that three was, you'll notice on the court there are 3 3-point lines. For this Sarachek tournament, the 3 is the shortest line, going easy on these high school kids. He shot it from well beyond the farthest one, which is the college three-pointer, which is quite similar to an NBA three-pointer, and he hit that one a good 1 or 2 feet from behind that. So indeed, you know, he can score at will if he's confident enough in himself to shoot from so deep. Ida Crown will have their hands full quickly.
Absolutely. We can call that Jimmer range. We can call that Curry range. We can call it Rubenstein range. Because you know he can really knock them home from deep, walking out of that timeout with a lot of confidence here. And I'm sure that Ferguson, the coach of these Ramaz Rams, definitely told them to notch up the defensive intensity here. That being said, 5 fouls already for these Rams with 3:50 remaining on the clock. They only have 1 more to give. Don't want to be overly aggressive here, but let's see what they can do. As we have Daba guarding his man full court. That's Schreiber with the ball for Ida Crown.
And just on that note, you say it's Jimmer range, Curry range, and some would argue it's Terrell range.
Terrell range, Halpert range. A lot of great shooters we've seen over the years in this Max Stern Athletic Center.
Schreiber trying to get the response, doesn't get it. The rebound's controlled there by Felix, and he kicks it back for Schreiber. And now it's Wortman at the top, guarded by Rubenstein. Wortman nearly lost it, but keeps control. Now here comes Arnett. Goes back. Oakner will try again from 3, not that time. And Rubenstein now grabs the rebound.
Great job by Rubenstein flying into the lane there for the defensive rebound, not giving any second chance opportunities to these Ida Crown aces.
Aminzadeh. Oh no! The Ramaz Rams are getting hot now here late in the 4th.
A great pass from Rubenstein into Caleb Rosenfeld. Looked a little confused when Rosenfeld passed it out instead of the layup. Rosenfeld might have been thinking, why take 2 when we can take 3? With Simon Minzadeh outside as Daba now picks up the 6th foul for these Ramaz Rams. That'll send Ida Crown to the free throw line with just 1 more foul. Have to be very cautious on the defensive end. Are these Ramaz Rams moving forward? Don't want to give up any easy ones from the foul line. Up 5 with just 2:40 remaining here.
And to Ramaz's credit, throughout the first half, they did well not running into foul trouble. Late in the game, that seems to be an issue for them. And remember, they've only got 7 players to choose from. Foul trouble late is really going to ruin the momentum that they have going for them right now. Wortman take the pass, lost the ball, and they're going to say it went out of bounds. Ramaz will take possession right now. Everything going their way.
Not the time here for sloppy turnovers. May have been forced by the tight defense of Julius Rubenstein right there, and you can see he is fired up down the floor on the offensive end. Have really figured out a way to break this 1-3-1 zone of Ida Crown. As I say that, almost a forced turnover right there. Let's see what they could do here.
Aminzadeh leaves it up for Rosenfeld down low. He gives it back for Miller. Back to Rubenstein. He'll try it again from way downtown. Not that time. But Rosenfeld grabs that loose ball, and Ramaz will get another possession as Aminzadeh takes it out. Aminzadeh now takes it in, kicks to the corner. Rubenstein thought about the 3, passed on it. Instead, gave it out to Daba.
Smart play by Rubenstein right there, really milking the clock. Up 5, not forcing a 3 ball. We know he's able to hit that, but really smart veteran play right there from the senior. Slowing the pace down, using this entire shot clock. They know that this clock is Ida Crown's worst enemy right here, and really using that entire shot clock, trying to just run this clock down close out with a Tier 2 championship win.
Ramaz will take a timeout. They sense the championship within their grasp. And listen, there's a minute and 47 left until they host the trophy. Until they host the trophy. Now for Ida Crown, listen, they came in. They had it going into this fourth quarter. They looked like they were controlling the tempo. 2 quick threes by Rubenstein and Aminzadeh, just absolutely swinging the pendulum in Ramaz's favor. And I think going forward for them, it's all going to be about clockwork. No reason to force anything, no reason to rush anything. And for Ida Crown, it's been a battle of defense this entire game. It's been a low-scoring game, just 35-30, kind of similar to that championship game in the Yeshiva League against SAR for Ramaz. Seems it will come down to defense.
Definitely the case. We know Ramaz can always strike from deep, whether it be Aminzadeh or Rubenstein. On that last possession, not able to get it to fall. But I mentioned it earlier, this 1-3-1 zone, which has really worked in Ida Crown's favor for most of this game, leaves you vulnerable to offensive rebounds. Fell victim of it right there, as Rosenfeld was able to secure the offensive glass, give Ramaz another chance.
Shot clock winding down. Rubenstein kicks it to Aminzadeh. He faked the three, now takes it inside, lays it up, and he gets the finish. A strong take there from Aminzadeh, and you can see he is pumped after that.
Love the patience there from Aminzadeh, not relying on that three ball.
Arnett, wow, what a scoop to the hoop, and Arnett gets the quick response.
And responds in just 5-10 seconds, throwing the ball up the floor. A very nice move right there from Arnett, cutting the lead. Back to 5.
Oh, what defense there from Warman, taking it away from Dabo. Ida Crown seems to have the momentum behind them now. Just over a minute to go. Schreiber takes it in, throws it up. Doesn't get it to go, but he got fouled. He'll head to the line. You can see Arnett taking his yarmulke there from Ryan Terrell.
Very nice defense right there by Wortman, forcing the turnover by Mo Daba on the offensive end, having a few words with Ferguson, telling him to slow the pace down a little bit, playing Ramaz Rams offense. As Schreiber tries to knock down the free throw, is able to, cutting the lead to just 4. And that's huge for Ida Crown.
One more and it'll be a one-possession game. Everything riding on this free throw here. And Schreiber connects. One possession game. Ramaz leading by 3. A minute and 2 to go. And you can see the press there from Ida Crown. Miller passes it back to Rubenstein. Gets it across to Daba. Under a minute to go. Will Ida Crown foul or will they just let the clock run? Aminzadeh has it now. Ida Crown players stepping up on their men now. Ramaz simply just letting the clock run. Time is in their favor. Strong defense there. Aminzadeh takes it, beats the Rosenfeld. He lays it up and in. And a timeout taken by Ida Crown. That was a big bucket there. Ramaz back up 5. Now it's a 2-possession game with 27 seconds left.
And a perfectly executed play right there from these Ramaz Rams. Sia Aminzadeh getting the ball into the teeth of the defense after milking the entire shot clock. A great dump to Rosenfeld down low. Able to put them up 5. Sia Aminzadeh has really been the star for these Ramaz Rams. A great supporting cast member with Julius Rubenstein of these Rams. Hit the game-winning shot in that Yeshiva League championship game against the SAR Sting. And a very nice pass right there. Let's see what Ida Crown can do with just 28.2 remaining in this one. 2-possession game, down 5 points. Look for them to push the pace, getting a quick one. Don't necessarily need a 3-point ball right now. Can definitely go for a 2. Try and force a steal. This game is far from over. That being said, look for them to push the pace here with just 28 remaining.
It has been a wild championship Sunday so far. Both championship games that we've seen today coming down to the wire. We saw the MTA Hafter Tier 3 championship just before this one. Back and forth, and it came down to just a single possession. And this game looks like it's on track to be something similar. I want to remind you to stay tuned for the Tier 1 championship after this between Valley Torah and DRS. Schreiber brings it up, looks to push. He'll take it inside, throws it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound is secured by Rubenstein. And he is fouled. 18 seconds left. Rubenstein going to head to the line with a chance to put this game away for Ramaz.
Great rebound right there from Rubenstein. He's been the story for these Ramaz Rams all season long, securing the defensive board right there, trying to increase this lead. Let's see if he's able to knock down this free throw.
See if he can put it away. Can't hit. Ida Crown with the rebound. Ramaz did not put any players in. So Schwartz kicks it back. Schreiber now pops the jumper. Doesn't hit. And the rebound is secured by Aminzadeh. And he's fouled with 5 seconds left. Ramaz up by 5.
Great rebound there from Aminzadeh. Just 5 seconds left. This game is just all but over after these free throws. Don't want any silly fouls for the Rams as Rubenstein checks out of the game, giving Coach Ferguson a big hug. Smiles on all these Ramaz Rams' faces as Rubenstein takes a seat at the bench.
Arnell will put up the last 3. It doesn't go, and that'll do it. The Ramaz Rams are your Tier 2 Sarachek champions. They were on top in Yeshiva League. They might have taken an early Tier 1 exit, but they're back on top here in Tier 2. Fans, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the Clip postgame show. We're going to interview the stars of the game. We'll be back after this.
Step It Up is not your typical basketball camp. We produce unbelievable results. You will get better here. You will get better as a person. You will get better as a player. That's the Step It Up way.
And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletics Center. Your Ramaz Rams are your Tier 2 Sarachek champions, defeating the Ida Crown Aces 39-35. What a game it has been. Our sideline reporter, Akiva Earlbaum, is standing by with several Ramaz players. Looks like he's got Saya Minzadeh, Caleb Rosenfeld. Akiva, take it away.
Alrighty, I'm going to take what I could get. We have Caleb Rosenfeld here, Saya Minzadeh, about to enter this huddle. Let's go, Sai. Jeffrey Miller. We'll see if we get anyone else to crash this. But boys, here we are again, bringing home that Tier 2 championship hardware. And winning has just become part and parcel of this Ramaz basketball program. You guys have seen a lot of winning done recently. And obviously, emotions must be running high right now. Tell me what you guys are feeling after that win.
Emotions aren't so high. We all said it from the beginning. We wanted Tier 1, but we were. Mac and David came in and smacked us, so we had to take care of business the rest of the way.
We'll take the next best thing. We're definitely happy we won, but yeah.
Always a lot of fun playing at YU. So good game. They brought the fans from Chicago. They're a great team, tough team to play, physical, but we did it.
I mean, we could say we won Sarachek and the championship. Nobody's gonna know in 20 years if it was Tier 1 or Tier 2, but
all one and the same, but guys, never satisfied. And also, you guys went through a lot of the trials and tribulations. This was a neck-and-neck battle from the start to finish. What did it mean to you guys to win this game, and also, how did you do it?
I think it's about our last game together. We played our last game together. We came out on top with a championship victory, whatever you want to call it, and it was amazing. It felt great.
Yeah, I agree. You know, these guys have been playing together since, I think they said the first time was 4th grade. I joined in 9th grade. You know, we've been playing together for a long, long time. always great to go out on top.
I mean, for anyone that's been watching our last few games, we don't really blow teams out. So saying it was neck and neck is kind of normal for us. And Coach Scott is always calm. We could have been down 20 and he would have been calm telling us we're in the game. So all credit to him.
I mean, we're used to it at this point. I saw y'all was up 12. But Frisch was up 6. I saw was up 16. Frisch was up 6 at us with a minute left. We're just used to it at this point.
All right. Any last shout-outs, by the way, that you guys want to give before we send it back up to the booth?
I'm going to shout out Julius Rubenstein. I'm going to make sure not to use his nickname this time. That had some issues. But this has been great. Thank you, guys.
A wise choice. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. Oh, we got one more.
Shout out Coach Scott Ferguson, first year with us. Get this man a Coach of the Year. Akiva Popper said we came out of nowhere. He believed in us from the beginning. And we won the league, and now Sarachek Tier 2. Get this man a Coach of the Year.
Yeah, Morris Dabber talking his talk. We're going to send it back up to the booth.
Thank you very much, Akiva. Another congratulations to the Ramaz Mams, your Sarachek Tier 2 champions. Asher, it's been a pleasure calling this game to you. It looks like that'll close it out for us here in Sarachek. Also my last time here in the booth for Max Live. Totally been a pleasure overall. I'm glad I got to close it out with you, the brother of the great Jacob Dower, a staple of Max Live. Pleasure to be alongside you, sir.
Had a great time, Daniel. Thank you for introducing me to this Max Live culture. I look forward to continue commentating as I progress in my YU career.
And I have no doubt that you'll do just a fine job. I loved calling both games with you, the Valley Torah game yesterday and today's Tier 2 championship. With that, fans, you don't want to go anywhere. We've got the moment you've been waiting for. It's the Tier 1 championship. Coming up next, Valley Torah, DRS. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.